It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. Oh, really? This is cool. I'm an introvert. This is what I wanted. I'm okay with this. I'm alone. Always. I can fill my day with literally anything I want. Every day. I have no job, but no responsibilities. No partner, but no one to drive me crazy, except myself. Oh, and you, Patty. I could never forget you. Sometimes you drive me a little crazy, but I'm happy you're here. Talking to you is the best. Except when you talk back. That's when I know the insomnia has gotten to me. But being around you, I feel like the Tiger King.
I have my ferocious beast by my side. Nothing can get in my way.
Except these damn pants. You know what? There's no one here. No offense, Patty. There's no one without fur here. I'm gonna take them off. Let it all hang out. Don't you dare judge me, Patty. You're naked all the time. I don't judge you. Well, that's not true. I judge what you eat, but that's because you eat trash. I try to feed you nice food, but no, you'd rather eat waste. Peanut butter treats? Nope, garbage. Strawberries, which are expensive, by the way? Nope, garbage. Dog food? Nope, garbage. What do you want from me, Patty? What do you want from me? Don't laugh, Patty. I giveth thee garbage, and I can taketh away. What's your favorite type of garbage? Huh, Patty? I think, if I were you, my favorite would be pizza crusts. They're so underrated. When my mom was little, that was the only part of the pizza she could eat because she was afraid of the color red, so she wouldn't eat anything that had tomato sauce on it. She called the crusts dog bones. I think you'd like them. Why don't I get you some? Because I can't afford pizza right now. Plus, do you know how risky that would be? I know, restaurants are doing the best they can to make everything clean and safe, but I feel like it's just asking for trouble. I want to support local business, I really do, but I also want to support my immune system and my wallet. And I could try making a pizza, but all those ingredients are pricey. I'd rather just buy a bottle of wine and skip the pizza. I am not an alcoholic, Patty. I am a depressed, repressed recluse. Thank you very much. You know what? If I ever buy pizza, even a frozen one, I'm not giving you the crust. Yeah? I'll grumble, whistle, wiggle, squeak, bark to you too. It's the end of the... It's the... It's the end of the world as we know it. I feel like crap. I'm sorry I yelled at you, Patty. You're probably cooped up too. Are you hungry? You ate the burned bits of the ramen noodles from the pot? Well, good for you. Glad you're not afraid of carbon-induced cancer. Or corona-induced cancer. Or plain old death. You must be a superior being. You can survive anything. That stomach of yours is like a whiskey barrel. It's round and full of poison, but you love every bit of it. Maybe I'm becoming more like you. One drink at a time. One six-pack taketh away another, filling myself with pleasant poison, or at least palatable poison. Can't afford anything too fancy-fants nowadays. If you were a human, what kind of cocktail would be your favorite, Patty? An old-fashioned, eh? So I was right about the whiskey. I knew I had you pegged, Patty. You're a classy pal. You are. I'll tell you. When you showed up here in this mess, I knew we'd be friends. Yes, well, I screamed so shrilly that I probably broke the only wine glass I own, but that's because you startled me. Also, you're kind of ugly. No offense. Brown was never my favorite color, but it's growing on me. Brown is the color of chocolate and soil and the center of a sunflower. You're my little sunflower, yes you are. You're right, it sounded better in my head. Your whiskers are cute though. Everyone likes whiskers. Kitty cat whiskers, old man nose hair whiskers. Your tail weirds me out though. It's like a carrot and a sausage at a baby. Well, you're welcome. So, Patty, I have a question. Do you think this is a forever thing or a quarantine fling? I'm a tough guy, I can take the truth, but I am curious. Someday will you be off to find more putrid pastures and grittier garbage in the apartment next door? And how does that work? Do you use the pipes or do you have like a tunnel system? Wow, how long did that take to make? You're right, go ahead, answer the question. Really? I just can't believe you choose me over thousands of brothers and sisters. And over the rest of the building. I mean, I can smell 4D's homemade bread from here. It's not enough that they post all their new quarantined food on Instagram. They have to open the windows too. But wow, Patty, I like you too. You're so low maintenance, and you're a good listener. Much better than any other pet I've had. I'm glad we've holed up together. Hold up. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine.
So, oh, Jolie, what's good? All right. Oh, wait. There we go. Damn. There you go. So, I don't know how to cook. I know I'm upholding an old stereotype and I'm throwing shame on my father's name by saying this, but you know, my father, when we were growing up, he was the house chef. And my mom throws it down too, though. Oh, especially with her sancocho. And I must say, my dad, he's like a master chef. You know, he went to school for it and everything, which makes it even sadder that I don't know how to cook. All right, maybe I'm just exaggerating a little bit. I mean, I used to cook all the time. I just got, you know, busy and lazy and started eating out and ordering in a lot, and I just got out of touch. I had to switch it up though, you know, since Rona traveling himself up in here. I can't eat out and I can't spend all my money on deliveries. Man, I'd give anything to hear a waiter like talk to me about specials that I'll probably never even order. I hang on to every word and then I'll order my usual. You know, I feel like I've been in isolation for a year. And I live alone, so it gets hard. You know, when everybody started locking down, I asked my girlfriend if she thought we could take our relationship to the next level and move in together. Guess what she said? Basically, I don't want to do that. She said we were ready for the moving in stage, but not for the shelter in place, see each other 24/7 stage. That was wifey territory, and I said no. Y'all, my little feelings were hurt, but she was probably right. She didn't even stay in New York. She packed her bags, wrapped herself up like a mummy, and asked me to drop her off at LaGuardia so she can catch the next flight out. She's with her parents in Georgia now. So it's me, myself, and I. And Tiger King. Yo, y'all seen that? Oh man, it brings me back to cooking. You know, since we're doing this long distance thing now, we have Zoom dates a few times a week, and she's always like clowning me about my cooking and stuff, you know. I mean, she's eating good at her parents. Man, makes me wish I would have went home too. I mean, not just for the food, you know. I want to go now, but I'm afraid of being asymptomatic and I don't want to get my parents sick. they're, in the vulnerable category, age and health-wise. And they're a little hard-headed when it goes out to going everywhere. My girlfriend's jokes, it's just like motivation for me. So the last time I was at the store, instead of buying a bunch of Hot Pockets, I bought fruits and vegetables and stuff to make spaghetti with. I mean, it's hard to mess up spaghetti. You just gotta cook the meat. You gotta add in some seasonings, add in the onions and the peppers. You gotta add the sauce, and then all you gotta do is just throw in the spaghetti. Voila! Bet I inspired you to make it for dinner, right? No, tonight, you see, I got a special surprise for my girlfriend. So when we have dinner, she sees my plate. She's gonna see risotto balls on a bed of marinara with some basil leaves on top, I'm being serious. Oh, it's not a euphemism. No, I saw a video on it yesterday, and it just so happens that I have all the ingredients to make it, except basil. I mean, come on, who just has basil lying around? No, I saw the chef prepare it like 3 times. Come on. Why don't you just FaceTime your dad and ask him to show you? Well, it's funny. I was watching a video, and it was one of my dad's. And it's better this way because it'd just be annoying if I just kept asking him the same questions over and over and over, like he was some human TV dinner box, and I just keep reading the instructions, throwing the box out, and then end up needing it again. So, somebody said the other day that we're gonna get through this as master chefs or alcoholics. There's nothing in between. Well, I am the in between because I don't drink, but I don't think I'll be my dad, but if I keep it up, maybe I'll be a Master Chef Junior. Well, all right, it's about to go down, so stay tuned. Keep your fingers crossed and hope that going down just applies to the food and not my apartment. So, all right. Stay tuned, guys.
Hey, Jaylana, so I told myself I wasn't gonna do this, but I think it's only fair for you and for me that I tell you what I'm thinking directly. Without the lights, without the cameras and the producers of Bride-to-Be, I want to really talk to you, like really talk to you like a human being, person to person. I know the show told us to do personal testimonials since the whole COVID thing, but I'm not sending this video to them. I'm only sending it to you. I have to be honest. I'm really troubled. I would love to just talk to you on the phone, like FaceTime you or something, but since we signed the agreement for no contact, it really sucks. So here's where I'm at. I really like you. Genuinely. Like, not like a fake TV kind of like. I really, really think you're amazing. Everything you told the experts about yourself was exactly what I was looking for. You're super brilliant, witty, you're funny. I love the way you dress, how you wear that gorgeous body wrap thing. Gorgeous. You're every essence of the word queen. I love everything about you.
And that's where I'm troubled. When the cameras went off, we went to the green room and you just turned off. Just like a robot. It was like I wasn't even in there. You straight up ignored me. I heard you say something to that other contestant. What's her name? Oh yeah, Jenny. That Jenny girl. You had this long conversation with her in the waiting room. So I have to be honest with you. I eavesdropped on you guys. I was standing in the hallway with your coffee and 4 sugars and no cream. And I heard you say something that went to this weird place, like he doesn't even know what greens are, and what were they thinking? Do I look like I would even want a guy like that? Right after I entered the room and set your coffee down on the counter, needless to say, we went back in to shoot and you left it there cold. You never even tasted it. You never even took a sip. Look, I need to know something. I need you to know something about me. I signed up for the show because, well, I'm sick of being alone. And I'm sick of not living my truth. I'm ready to have the love of my life come and just, I don't know, make my world joyful again. I don't say this on the show, and I didn't tell the producers, but I was depressed for a really long time. If you want to know why, it's because I don't remember the last time I felt like myself, my real self. I hate my job. I got my degree in communications, but I'm a musician. I just want to play music. I feel it in my bones, just music. I love hopping on the train to New York to check out these underground bands. It fills my soul. The room full of people who just want to vibe out, all in the same place at the same time, not a care in the world. That's where I want to be. I want to be on a beach with the love of my life, just walking and talking about how we are going to change the world, music by music, song by song, dance by dance, people by people, color by color. I was hoping you would have felt the same. Listening to your conversation made me realize that no matter what I do or did on and off the show, you wouldn't be able to truly ever see me for me. I'm not what you think, and that's why I'm making this video. I want you to know that after this whole quarantine COVID situation is over, I plan to really date you. I mean, like, really date you. I'm gonna walk you all around downtown New Haven. I'm gonna introduce you to the best greens you've ever had. I know you don't eat pork, so I won't put ham hocks in them. I'll just switch it out for turkey necks or something, no biggie. I'm gonna take you to New York to jam out with me. I know this isn't the end of the world, but if it was, I really wish I could spend tonight, this moment, with you. I know we got TV married, but I want to take this time to ask you, Jaylana, can I get to know you? Like, really know you? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine with you, Jaylana.
Lord, I can't. I know you wouldn't put on me more than I can bear, but this is hard. God, I had to call my patient's wife and tell her over the phone that at 8:21 this morning, her husband took his last breath. He was making progress, not just here in the hospital, but in life too. He had changed for the better. We thought he was going to make it. I mean, he only came in with a slight fever, nothing too high. Then he was out of the woods. God, he was supposed to recover from this. I even told him, I'll see him tomorrow for my morning shift. Next thing I know, he's being intubated, and now he's gone. Why did this have to happen? Oh, I know, don't question the Lord's will, but this one, nope, I can't understand it. He wasn't just my patient. He was like a brother. We grew up together. Even though we lost touch when he went to college, We picked right back up like nothing ever happened after he graduated. I watched him turn into a man. He was there for both of my kids' births, and I was there at his wedding 2 years ago. His wife is my soror, and I love her just like I loved him. They both helped me through my divorce. But God, I couldn't even find the words to tell her that Davis didn't make it. And I'll never forget the way she screamed. That will forever be etched in my mind. That sound of pain, the sound of brokenness. This is the biggest loss I'd ever known. I can't even comfort her in person because of social distancing. I had to tell her over the phone. How impersonal is that? She's family. I didn't sign up for this, God, you know. I wanted to help people, and I wanted to heal. I became a nurse because I wanted to save lives like my daddy and granddaddy saved lives for years as PEDS doctors. No matter how exhausted they were from work and trying to show love to their family, they would do it all over again in the morning. They loved this work, and I loved it too, until today. My daddy and granddaddy didn't have to work against a deadly virus like COVID-19 though. They didn't have to strip at the door of their homes, run to the shower, put the shower water temperature on hell, and then do laundry every night after each shift like I do to try to make sure that my family won't get infected. I can't even hug my babies anymore. Nobody knows what it feels like to not be able to kiss on their loved one after a long day of work where people are dying everywhere. And no one can tell me how it feels to not be able to rock your 4-year-old to sleep after a nightmare for fear that you might pass the virus on to him should you get too close. And God, I know you see all those dirty looks that I get from the people in the grocery store for wearing my scrubs while I shop. I'm not trying to infect anyone, but I'm a single parent. My work schedule doesn't permit me the time to change clothes for grocery shopping before my kids come back to me. Nobody knows what it's like to feel like a failure because you couldn't save everyone, especially someone as close like Davis. No one gets it. They think that because we studied within the medical field, we have superpowers or that we're more intelligent than them. We're human. This is beyond our control. We were blindsided. I wish I could save everyone suffering from this virus. It depresses me to see death from babies to senior citizens. It wears you down, God. I'm not Superwoman, and I can't do it all. I don't have magic powers. I'm a nurse, and I'm also someone's mother. I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything that I can to save lives, while risking my life and protecting the lives of my family. Well, I just needed a break. I feel horrible for hiding in this damn bathroom. Wait, can I say damn in the middle of a prayer? I'm not cursing at you, God. I just needed to vent. Okay. I'm going to go back in there and I'm going to do my job. That's all I can do. I'm not you, God. Sometimes the front line needs a break. The world needs a break. Please help us. Amen.
Yes, and stretch. Come on, stretch. It's our final stretch. Whew. Doesn't that feel amazing? Oh, and aren't you grateful to be alive? You should say it out loud. Say it to your cat, to yourself. Say it to your heart. We are grateful to be alive. Yes, I know you feel good. Oh, and I know, my beautiful people, that you have been pushed to your limit. But don't let that be an excuse to forget that physical beauty is hard work, and it will reward you in due time. So turn off the Tiger King and stop eating those Oreos and let's get moving, okay? Oh, okay, my followers. Listen, thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow, we will be doing a self-meditative dance on the spot, and I will be sharing with you my version of the paleo diet that does not include meat or fish or vegetables. Okay, so listen, for now, have a wonderful day, and always remember, be everything you can be. You know what? I'm going to pretend that I'm still recording a video because I can hear my 5-year-old in the other room screaming. Oh, she wants me to play a pathetic game of catch with her cuddly frogs. Them frogs is ugly. And they got bulging eyes. And I can't even go into my dining room, or what used to be my dining room, because I don't know what kind of mess it's gonna look like. You know, at first, I kept it clean, organized. I even had a schedule for dusting and picking things up and putting things away. Now it look like the Christmas elves showed up at the wrong time, and they all high, drunk, and stupid. You know, I should be happy. You know, I thought that this was just gonna be a couple of weeks, and I could finally launch my my business, my life coaching business, and share my ideas with the world and share my dream. But what's the point of a dream when the whole world just changed? What's the point of a dream when I realize I ain't got much to say? My 8-year-old cut her own hair. And you could imagine it looked, well, I don't have no words. The fish died, not from the virus. Bad joke. I'm sorry. And I can't even begin to explain to my 5-year-old why we can't just go buy another one. The same reason mommy can't just go out and buy a gallon of gin. Okay? Mommy's Mickey cup is running dangerously low. Yesterday, my 8-year-old and a 5-year-old was starting a gambling ring while playing Candyland. Okay? And my 8-year-old tried to glue a plastic tiara to the cat. And I need a cigarette. Sometimes I just picture myself lighting them up one by one and watching the whole freaking world just burn. Just I have 800 followers. And in my mind, they represent 800 deaths. And I know more are coming. I should stop counting. You know, I beg for the night to just swallow me up whole. And I'll wait until the sun rises to do it all over again. We do it all over again. Yes! Yes, I'm coming! I'm coming! Yes! I can't wait to play tea parties! Again! Tea parties with the sadistic, psycho, ugly frogs. How I started injecting my lip gloss with alcohol. Genius! Be everything you can be. Yeah, right. Freak out! She. Oh, freak out! Freaking. Oh, freak out.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be the last time for now, at least. I like you and all, but this is just, it's not working out. I can't afford to take the time, and I just can't afford it, period. I know what you're gonna say. You're a great listener. And seriously, you are, but if you're gonna be a scaredy cat and move all of this over to the phone, or heaven forbid, Zoom, I don't think I can handle it. I'd rather not talk to you at all if I can't talk to you in person. I'm a physical human being. I need to see someone, to touch someone. Not that I just jump up and touch you like that. Not unless I had your consent, of course, obviously. But I mean, a hug at least would be nice. That's another thing. I don't understand your aversion to touching. Like, isn't that another form of communication? Don't lecture me about self-soothing and self-loving. No. Sometimes you need a touch, or a hug, or a cuddle. No, I'm not asking you to cuddle right now. I'm saying a person has needs, and you're not fulfilling those needs. Most certainly not physically, not emotionally. So I think it's our time to say, let's part ways. Maybe our paths will cross again someday. Maybe when everyone, I don't know, realizes that coronavirus is a big joke. More people get the flu each year than there's. Maybe we can visit us then. So let's take a break. Permanently? Wait a second. That's not how this works. I called you to put this on hold, and now you're breaking up with me? Because that's not how this works. I called you, so I'm in charge. I hired you, after all. So I say when this is over, and this is not over. It's just pause. just pause. Interesting movie. Not the best, no offense. And it's late night. I want to go to bed, and so I'm pressing pause until tomorrow, or the next day, or a couple of months from now. Down the road. I mean, I bought this movie from Amazon. I didn't just rent it. So I made an investment. So we are on pause. Thank you. No, I don't need you. You know what? If that's how you really feel, then we are breaking up. And you're not breaking up with me. I'm breaking up with you. I don't need a therapist. I have my paints. And you don't talk back, do you? You truly listen. And it's the physical feeling of paint on my fingers. Creamy. With a character that changes the way it dries. Starts to crumble. Like it knows it won't be young and smooth forever, and it accepts the wrinkles and the breaking down. We can learn so much from paint. I feel it in my bones, like a rainbow skeleton. Oh wow, listen to me. I could be an art therapist. I could be an art therapist if I wanted to. Who's a therapist now? Maybe I'll use that on my students. So friends, today we are going to explore the feeling of paint. Not how you feel when you are painting, but what does the paint feel like? What does the canvas feel like? Who am I kidding? I teach 5-year-olds. They're gonna say, Miss Tony, I know you said not to eat the paint, but what if I get it in my ear? Well, my therapist might have dumped me, but at least my school is still in session. Oh man, if I had to teach my kindergartners digitally, like those poor kids in China, that would be a nightmare. I actually had a nightmare about it the other day. I was teaching kids on a Zoom, and this kid was dressed like a hot dog. And he just kept flossing and flossing and flossing, and I said, Makai, your costume is distracting and taking away from everyone else's learning. And he just started squeezing ketchup on himself and yelling, what you gonna do? Eat me? And then I woke up. I couldn't touch the sausages in my fridge for a couple of days. I mean, it would be nice to have a break from those gurus, but it gives me hives just thinking about teaching through a computer. I guess I could paint more, but is that really a good trade-off? Now you. What do you want to be? Abstract? A representation of my inner feelings, my inner frustration at my therapist? Ex-therapist? My fear of teaching remotely? Or do you want to be my escape? My alternate reality? My California? What if they cancel spring break? I've been looking forward to seeing my best friend Kalia in Santa Cruz for months. But it'll be fine. It's not as if they're gonna lock us in the house for 3 months. I'm going to paint the ocean. Maybe some lions. Maybe some sea lions. And redwood trees. And Kalia will probably put some yoga spells on me so that I become a famous painter. And that's weird. But it's okay, because I love her. Maybe, then, she'll ask me to paint her body in ketchup and mustard, because that sounds like something she would do. And I'll have flashbacks to my nightmare. And then we'll dance under the moon. And I might not believe everything she's chanting, but gosh, do I believe in our friendship. I can't wait to take a break from teaching life and from learning about what's going to happen next. I wouldn't be so freaked out, except some of my friends from grad school just barely got out of China before everything blew up. But that's there. And we're here. We're fine here. I have my friends, my paints, my job with my goofy kids. And my health. So I'm okay, I think. Maybe I do need a therapist.
Okay, mark the date, February 20th, 2020. Hit record or whatever it is you do. I'm ready to talk. I'll tell you everything. Officer Johnson, or that's what I'm calling him, chased me and grabbed me and arrested me. Yeah, I ran, and I know that made me look guilty right from the start, but I ran for good reason. It's the same reason I'm telling you everything. But you need to listen and really listen. Can I have something to drink? It's really hot in here. So today, he catches me stealing from the Walgreens and the CVS and the Rite Aid. Bam, 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 one after the other. That is not my fault. Why place the same type of store on the same street? I'll tell you why. It's all subliminal. We're all being hypnotized and nobody is doing anything about it. And why? Because nobody cares. We're all too busy chasing money and feeding into lies about power and houses and wealth. See, if you were listening, if the world was listening, you'd understand why I did what I did this morning, because it has already started. I can hear the threat as clear as a beating drum, oceans away in December, with one single person, and then another, a town infested, a state, a suburb, and suddenly a country. The joys of flying, and bam, you have another person in another town, in another city, in another country. Why aren't people listening? We need to hide. We need to hide right now. Death upon death upon death. It's a tidal wave, and people are surprised it's arriving here. Why is there shock? Why do people think they can cheat something that has been created to wipe us out? It's been designed to rid the world of the unwanted and the chaotic. Just you watch. If you found the bags I threw into the bushes, I bet you'd laugh at the stuff I took. But I promise you, you won't be laughing when you see the fights breaking out over those same items in less than a week, because it is not just coming. It's already here. Yeah. I see you rolling your eyes and thinking I'm crazy. You want to send me to prison, where you think punishing me would teach me a lesson? Let me tell you, people don't return from prison because they're reformed. They don't go back because they've learned how not to get caught. You need to look at your system if you're going to rely on it. You know what I mean? And it is nothing to do with a pig in a farm. You'll see. A rich man breaks the glass and the pieces get trod into the feet of the poor men trying to clean it up. The kindest note, the wisest thing you can do right now is to let me go home. Go home with my bags. Once it's all over, you can come and visit me and you'll thank me for helping you because I listened and I was prepared. That's my statement. Turn your recorder off. You've got everything you need. Please. Please just let me go home. I'm not feeling well.
April. April, I'm here for you. You don't know me, but I'm here for you. I need to tell you about the clocks. They're gonna speed up and slow down all at once. It's gonna feel like you're falling through the cracks of every second, and then there won't be... Like you're falling through the cracks of every second, and then there won't be a moment to breathe. No one will have any time for breathing. I'm not here to scare you, April. I'm here because I know you. And I know you listen to things like this. I'm here to tell you that the rooms are about to get smaller. And you're going to feel the walls inching in, and the back of your knees will feel the chairs breathing on them. And you will hear the teeth in your head sinking into your gums. I'm here to tell you that you will feel the bones in your skin when you wake up every day, and every day will feel the same, but longer. Much longer. It will feel so much longer than you think. My name is John. You don't know me. You've never met me. But I know you. I know you take bad things and hold on to them until they pass. I know you're strong. I know you have my sister's hair and the way she fought for things. You don't know anything about me. You've never heard of me. But that's okay. There's a lot. There's a lot in the middle. We can't make it different. But I'm here for you anyway. I'm here to warn you. I am here to warn you. April. April. I'm here to warn you. April. April.
Hey, girl. I'm just checking in on you, making sure you're okay, seeing how you're doing. I don't know how you're coping, but I know you have your own stuff going on, but I am having a moment, and I just feel the need to tell you. You know I have vibes about stuff sometimes, and well, everything is crazy right now, but I'm having these vibes, and it's not like everybody's not worried about the same stuff, so who am I to think that it's special, right? It's mostly about John. You know. And honestly, I'm grateful. We're blessed. He has the job still, and it's just the crazy stuff. Like, how are you going to tell me he's essential and then turn around and act like he's disposable? Like, because like that's correct, but he's essential to me as well, you know? And I keep hearing thank you to the essential workers, but I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that, because that's messed up. He's not, you know, he's not a hero. He's not yours to sacrifice because he's nothing to you. He's not a worker. He's a person. He's a man. He's an essential man to me. You know, they say he's an essential worker, but to me, he's an essential man. And they're going to take him away because he's so essential to them. And I've been having this vibe. It started like maybe a month ago, or even, I don't know, whatever, like February? Oh my God. Wow. I have been feeling like this from February. And I keep having this thought, like, what am I missing? You know, what am I missing? And at first I thought it was my keys or my phone, so I was checking my pockets all the time, going crazy. And then I realized it's not a thing, it's a voice. I had a dream that this man was talking to me, and he sounded like John. And he was trying to tell me something, and I don't even remember what he was saying, but I knew that it was big. And I knew that I should be listening, but it was like coming down the hall, and I couldn't hear it. Like, this has been coming, and I feel like he was saying something was coming. I feel like I've known about this for so long, and still there's nothing I can do about it. And I feel like that's the vibe with John now. I feel it. I feel like something's coming, and I feel him. I feel something coming, and I'm so scared. All the time. I am so scared. Because I feel like something else is coming for John. And it's still just coming down the hall, and I don't know what it is, and I'm missing the voice that's going to tell me what to do and how to prepare and like handle everything, because I really don't know how I'm going to handle everything. And I just want someone to tell me what's coming. You know, I don't know, B. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get all I put it together most times, you know. I feel like my job right now is to just keep it together and support him. I'm not talking to anybody really. I'm not even really talking to you. Just leaving this crazy long video. So, you know. I'm good. I promise. I'm not going to go off the deep end. But I'm just... You know how I am with this stuff. I miss you, B. I hope you're doing okay. I really miss you. So much. For real. I love you. Call me or shoot me one of these. I want to know you're okay.
April? If you're here, I wish you would just show up. I stayed up for 3 days so I could see you. I haven't slept in 3 days so I could get your message, and nothing. Nothing! I heard stories about you. When I was little, my dad would tell me about the colors you wore, the way you did your hair. He said you used to look like a lion when you sat in the sun. He said the summers used to tilt your head up and look at the sun and smile like a lion. He said you got feelings sometimes. He said you got visitors sometimes. I just need to know if you have a warning. I've been getting these horrible, horrible feelings that something's about to happen. And so if you have a warning for me, that would just let me know that I'm right to be so scared and that I can do something about it instead of just sit here waiting for you to say something. I haven't slept in 3 days. Intentional insomnia. Because I feel closer to you when I don't sleep. I feel like I can see you smiling, even in the dark. April? I don't need to know what's coming. I just need to know that I'm not crazy. That I'm not crazy for feeling it. I just need to know that I should stay here. That it's going to be safe if I stay here. I just want to be safe. I just need to be safe. April! April! Am I going to be safe?